Hello, everybody. Okay, here's what we're going to do. After yesterday's fiasco, debacle, Macata Chicata Wanda kills me with this muting and this Facebook stuff, which is ridiculous. Do I understand that there are people out there that are making money off somebody else's talent? 1,000,000% I get that. I am not doing that, am I? I'm just trying to entertain, be social. I'm the king of social media. It just makes any sense to me that you want to step in and you want, it's not you. It's the companies that you're hiring. So maybe you need to change your directives just a wee little bit and say, why don't we listen to it a little bit more, okay? And make a decision from there. Oh, you know what? The guy's just having fun singing. That's it. That's all he's doing. He's telling good stories. He's being positive. He's not being negative on social media. He's not getting involved in politics. He's not making threats. He's not insulting anybody. I think we made a mistake here. Let him go. Let him have his fun. We'll keep an eye on him, but let him have his fun. Okay? Oh, gee, there's a hell of an idea. But no. You got to go after me like they go after Trump. It's ridiculous. But anyway, oh, man, that was politics, wasn't it? So I'm going to start off with two songs that I wrote. The first one called Dinosaur. No, what's the first one? Heaven's Phone. That I wrote as a poem, and then I put it to music, and then orchestrated it and arranged the music and everything else. And of course sang it because it is my song. And I'm a really firm believer in it. That if we want to, if we believe, we can just find a nice quiet place and just make that phone call to heaven, to whoever that we're looking to speak to, and they're going to speak back to us, and you're going to hear them. It may not even be in their voice, but you're going to hear the words being said, and there's something's going to be said that you're going to go, oh my God, that's Mom or Dad or Tony or Susie or whatever, whoever you're looking to speak to. And since I did this song, it got good reviews in the industry. My good friend Mr. Rob Rush used to play it all the time on The Shark and whatever it was before that, Q10, I don't know, Q-Tip, I don't know, whatever it was. Sorry there, Rob. But I've gotten a lot of good feedback from the listeners. People saying, my God, thank you for that song. It helped me through some really tough times. Sonny, I'm going through a rough time. Could you do me a favor? Could you play Heaven's Phone for me? And yeah, sure, okay, yeah. But it's also available out there on iTunes, which is coming to a crashing halt, I hear. No more iTunes are going to be around. Why, I don't know. But it's out there on iTunes, on Amazon, and a couple of those music sites if you want to download the song and have it with you whenever you need it. Great. Thank you very much. But like I said, so many people, thank you. It's helped me so much. And, but the thing is, you have to believe in it. It's not like, if you're one of those people that are a show me kind of person, then it won't work for you. Trust me. And I don't mean that to put you down or be derogatory, but it won't work. You have to really believe in it. And, I do it all the time. I talk to past couple of years, but Mom and Shelley and the Golden Girls, as we call them up in heaven, and a whole bunch of so many other people that I miss and that I used to have good interaction with, and just either if it's not just ball busting, it's going to for advice or giving advice, and so when a certain, as the song says, a certain sight or a sound or a smell comes up, you're brought right back to that person immediately, and that's when I use the phone, and I do, and I make the call, and you listen to the song if you haven't heard it. And if you haven't heard it, why the hell not? Oh, sorry. So this is Heaven's Phone. Beautiful song. It really is. The guy who wrote this song must be a genius. It's unbelievable. Take it. This song's going out to everybody who's lost someone in their lives and misses them very much. There's something up in heaven called Heaven's Phone. A lot of people don't know about it. It's available 24 hours a day, so listen up now. I still can't believe you're really not here. Weeks blend to months and months into years. You promised you'd stay, I know how you tried, but God needed you, so I stepped aside. I didn't collapse, did not fall apart, but deep down inside there's a hole in my heart. You comes out of nowhere, sight of a sound. That's when it hits me that you're not around. So much to remember, so much to forget. You left me too soon is my only regret. My heart breaks a little when I think of when we planned on tomorrows that would never end. Yeah. Here we go. I try to fight it, hold back the tears, never give in to the grief or the fears. But when those times come and I need to talk, to just hear your voice or go for a walk, we don't need no wires, don't need a dial tone. You always answer when I use heaven's phone. Yeah, I try to fight it, hold back my tears, never give in to the grief or the fears. But when those times come and I need to talk, to just hear your voice or go for a walk, we don't need no wires, don't need a dial tone. Cause you always answer when I use heaven's phone. You always answer when I use heaven's phone. You always answer when I use heaven's phone. Yeah.
Hello? Is this the party to who I'm speaking to?
So, let me fix this. Excuse me, there you go. So, yeah, there you go, Heaven's Phone, number 24 on the charts, out of 23. But, yeah, a lot of good things is done with it, and I think it helped a lot of people through some of their grief. And originally when I wrote it and started laying the music down, it was a ballad, and I just couldn't do it, you know. I came close a couple of times, but missing somebody in heaven and needing to speak to them is already, touching enough. And I didn't think a ballad was the right way to go, so I made it upbeat because I want it to be upbeat. I still want there to be excitement in the fact that you can still talk to somebody in heaven. Forget about I wish heaven had visiting hours and all that stuff. If you believe, one day we'll all be together again. And then we can beat the crap out of some people. No, I'm kidding. But I just wanted it to be upbeat, that it's not such a terrible thing. Yes, I'm hurting terribly. I miss you so much. But hey, wait a minute. There's this thing called Heaven's Phone. I'm going to call you right now. And there's the excitement building up in it. But you got to believe. And so the next song is called Dinosaurs Don't Fly. It's a song I wrote for the book. I wrote a book in 2010 called The Butterfly and the Dinosaur. A very unlikely pair, a dinosaur who was alone in the world because greatly misunderstood by people, kind of like Casper was. And all he really ever wanted to do was to have friends and be loved. And so he ends up, just sitting by himself, and he's all crying and upset because he's all alone. And this little butterfly comes, and they become friends, and, go and do everything together, whatever it is. But then she wants to go back to where she came from, and so he lets her go, even though it broke his heart to do it. And, there's one of the credos I go through in life is letting go means letting grow. And sometimes it isn't us that's growing. It's whoever we're letting go needs to grow. And that's where that whole story came from. So then I wrote this poem to go along with it, because there were people that were talking about turning this into a feature, cartoon about the dinosaur and the butterfly. And I'm like, wow, wait a minute. You start talking about stuffed dinosaurs and stuffed butterflies and blah, blah, blah. If I can get a song together, are you crazy? This could be played during the credits at the end. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with dreaming. I like dreaming. But, so I, put it down on paper, and I got a hold of Jack and Jill, who I had met at the amusement park, where they had performed a concert one night, and I just fell in love with the both of them. Two very hard-working, talented women. And They're not together anymore. They've gone off and a couple of ventures on their own, and now they got families to deal with. But they took it. I told them what we were looking to do, and that was going to be the selling point. And okay, and I don't think it was 5 days later they came back with this rough version of how they perceived it, and so then we had to go back and forth. Cut those out. Let's trim the lyrics there. Let's add a little bit. No, wait a minute. I want this. No, boom. But it was a collaboration of love and respect for each other. And then when we were ready to go, we all went into the cutting room in the city and started laying everything down. And then to watch them work, it was like unbelievable. It was, wait a minute, I got an idea. And Jack would go over to the organ or the piano. What do you think? All right, yeah, add that in. And then Jill would say, you know what? With the part about the butterfly flying away, how about I make this sound with the guitar? And you'll hear it in the song. And what she's playing kind of reminds you of a butterfly. Butterflies don't take off like an eagle. So they were amazing. They still are amazing. And so here you go. It got a lot of airplay on the radio again, thanks to Rob Rush and some of our pals, and got nice acclaim for the music and the arrangement and even the lyrics. That's right. But again, it's a beautiful song. It's kind of almost like a pop, what do they call it, bubblegum kind of pop song. But that's okay, nothing wrong with pop. But if they don't do the movie, then they were talking about maybe it'll be a play on Broadway. It could also work as a play. I'm like, I don't care. Let's do it. Let's go. Get me out of this amusement park. But it didn't work. And there it lies. The book you can still get at Amazon and a couple other places. Just go into the search bar and just type in The Butterfly and the Dinosaur, and you see it'll pop up. And the song, the same thing, again on iTunes, which is getting ready to be defunct. And I think it's on Amazon, same thing. Go to the type in search bar and type in Dinosaurs Don't Fly. And Rob Rush, who I love to death, going on 30 years in this business, going all the way back to WLIR, still one of the most talented and humble celebrities, even though he hates that word, but he is a celebrity. He's now the program director over at the Shark, 194.3. So he's the program director for the station, and he also does the drive home, I think, from 4 to 7 or 3 to 7. And so when the first time he heard it, Rick Eberly wanted him to play it on the air. They had their own their own radio show going just for independent artists. They called Unsigned, and get into such an argument. So the first time I did his radio show, I had to rip him apart. Like, who are you to say? What are you, an expert on what? Well, actually, dinosaurs do fly. He's like that kid that was on. Everybody Loves Raymond. Actually, that's how he was. Actually, dinosaurs do fly because pterodactyls are technically a dinosaur. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is technically a fist, and I'm gonna come. And we've become great friends ever since then. So here it is, Jack and Jill with the Songfather song called "Dinosaurs Don't Fly."
I traveled through this world alone with one goal every day, looking for someone who doesn't run away. I was a lonely dinosaur. Why couldn't people see? In a desperate search for someone to stay with me. You fill my heart with hope as the flood let you go one sunny day, hoping you'd come back to me. But dinosaurs don't fly, butterflies must be free. I let you go one sunny day, hoping you'd come back to me. I watched you fly away, I know deep inside my heart, dinosaurs don't fly.
So they. Oop. I always forget to turn this back up. Sorry. So there you go. Dinosaurs don't fly. Number 24 on the charts out of 23. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. But Tina liked it. I know, because birds fly. Wow, he's chirping up a storm. So very lucky, because I've been running around all day, like I said, and so really no time to put down any news stories except Yankees win. Now tonight, if Tampa Bay can win and then one more game, we don't have to see Houston. I don't want to see Houston. I am sick and tired of hearing Altuve's name, especially if Joe Buck is going to be announcing it. Please. And today is Popeye's birthday. 90 years old today. No, not Popeye from the French Connection, Daddy-O. Popeye, who sang, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I live in a garbage can. I love to go swimming with bow-legged women. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Boop, boop. Remember that, Daddy-O? Taught me that when I was like 5 years old. That's why I'm the way I am today. That's right. I blame you. So I decided to do this, not do the Welcome to My World this time, and see what Facebook wants to do this time. Because, like I said, it really bothered me a lot. So the first, 5, 6, and then I'm yapping for about another 2. So let's say the first 8 minutes so far has just been me. Everything's been me, And I don't mean that to sound the way I just heard it, but I mean it's me. It's my songs. So you can't say I infringed on my own music. And then, doing some stories here. So you got to stop. You really got to stop and really rethink what you're doing to the poor Songfather here. So anyway, 6-year-old girl, out here on the island of Long, was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at a very early age, like I think 2 years old, maybe 1.5. And so confined, not even to braces, confined to a wheelchair all of her young life. And thanks to the fine work that they do over there, and they do. I was associated with them on their board of directors, everything else. Ran a golf tournament for 20 years and raised millions of dollars. And I was just always impressed by the work that they did over there, and the work ethic of the clients, as they call them, the boys and girls and the adults that are living with this horrible disease. And yesterday she walked for the first time. And I'm not talking, like took a couple of steps and collapsed into somebody's arms. This girl got up, walked for the cameras, and walked across the room, turned around and walked back. One foot is almost flat. The other foot is kind of up on the tippy toes a little bit. But, hopefully in time that'll come flat. But who cares? The smile on her face and how proud she was and happy to be, quote unquote, normal, where she could walk like with her other friends, and very excited about one day being able just to walk to her classroom. Come on. That's what this is all about. So good work. Good work, God and the angels and everybody UCP. That is truly a miracle right there. And that's what all the money and donations and everything else that people do, and the volunteer work that they give up at their time, that's what they're looking for. One little story like that gives everybody else hope. Beautiful. And then over in Siberia, 2 schmucks, and I say that lovingly, a couple had a cat, and they put it out, go do its business, whatever it is. All right, that sounds kind of normal. But in Siberia, and at that time, it was 40 below, okay? Must have forgot that the cat was out there for a couple of hours. And when they finally went to get it, it was almost frozen to death. It had developed frostbite in all 4 paws, and they had to be amputated, okay, because of these morons. So for the first time ever, aside from human being, the first living creature other than a human, they put on titanium prosthetics. and they call them tidy paws. It's titanium paws, and it's a cylindrical titanium that goes over the leg, and then at the bottom is like a giant black eraser, or like you would see at the bottom of a cane, and they use that so it can get grip when it walks and it doesn't slip and slide. And if cats could smile and say, "Holy crap," this cat would have been saying it because it was so happy and proud of itself that it was walking again. It didn't have just stumps for the end of the leg. So beautiful, beautiful story again, another miracle. Now let's put Mr. and Mrs. Stupid outside for about 15 minutes and see what they do. So anyway, let me get going quick because time is a-fleeting. And obviously this watch party, maybe I'll still get it on in time. We'll see. But, we're talking about Siberia and getting frostbite. So obviously what they need is definitely a little summer wind. You know what I mean? Do you? Blue Eyes Tuesday. The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair, walk with me. All summer long we sang a song, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind. Like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky, and softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn wind and the winter wind, they've come and gone. But still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs his lullaby through night that never ends? My fickle friend, the summer wind, the summer wind, the warm summer wind, the summer wind. Well, after that, you know. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I'll tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, it's an institute you can't disparage. Ask the local gentry, and they will say it's elementary. Try to separate them, it's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage, love and marriage. together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by mother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other. Musical interlude. Tino! Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by mother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other. Unless you got a little witchcraft going on. That's right. Daddy-o! Chris! Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. Oh, another musical interlude. 'Cause it's witchcraft, that crazy witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. Everybody snap. Well, it's such an ancient picture, but one I'd never switch, 'cause there's no nicer wit than you. I have so much fun, don't I? And now, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You might be a witch, but I got you under my skin, 'cause I got an itch. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. Well, I tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. Well, I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of holding you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, step up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Guess what? Musical interlude. Ho! I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats how it yells in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you ain't never gonna win. Why not use your mentality, wake up, step up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin, and I like you under my skin. That's right. So, hold on, turn that echo off. The next two songs is to remind us that life isn't always flying through the air and falling in love with witchcraft, and I got you under my skin, and it's a summer breeze and the summer wind and dinosaurs flying and butterflies and it's to remind you that sometimes we have to crash and burn, maybe not burn but crash, or hit the lows in life to appreciate the highs. And this next song is Francis Albert's wonderful way of handling it and dealing with it. And it was written by a very, very dear friend of his, Gail Caldwell. And he just, the minute he heard the song, I want to do this. That's it. I have to do this song. It kind of goes hand in hand with That's Life, another great hit for Blue Eyes, Francis Albert Sinatra. And in the song, he's saying, all right, yeah, things ain't going too good right now. I'm down and I'm out, but I'm not the only one that's going through. Everybody's going through something, and, so I'm just going to do my best. And, sometimes the best thing is not to do anything. So I'm just going to stay here and stay under the covers and have a cigarette and watch cartoons, whatever. And, I'll get back to singing, and that always makes me feel better. But you know what? Don't ask me right today. Let me just be by myself today. Such an unbelievable, poignant song. Like that word, poignant? Me too. So here is Cycles, and then right after that, I'm going to go right into it. So Lorna Doones and Stella, get your hankies out, because then we're going right into the most unbelievable song written by the gorgeous and a good friend of mine on Instagram, by the way, Carol Bayer. Oh, my God. Did I write it? Yeah. Carol Bayer Sager. I always say her name wrong. I always say Beggar. And I met her once a long time ago when she used to hang out a lot with Burt Bacharach up at his place in Northport. And we filmed a good part of 3 Days at the Condor with Mr. Robert Redford up there, up by Burt Bacharach's place. Really, really a lot of fun. So anyway, I just like to drop names once in a while. I'm starting to get into biz. Anyway, so after that will be You and Me, We Wanted It All. And it's just, it's a very, very introverted, honest look into a guy or a girl looking at the relationship and trying to figure out what happened between the two of us. And same thing, as I've been just saying for the last 2.5 hours. No, that we wanted it all, me and you. But we wanted everything, but we wanted the sunshine without the rain. We wanted the passion without the pain, and that's not reality. You can't have that. So if you're going to be flying high because everything is all hunky-dory, and, oh, my God, we both like sushi, and we both like chocolate milk, and then you like tea? I don't like tea. Or you like mustard? Oh, no, this ain't going to work. If that's how the relationship is, it's never going to last. So 2 great songs to really make you think about jumping out the window. That's what it's all about. Cycles, here we go. So I'm down, so I'm out, so are many others. So I feel like trying to hide my head beneath these covers. Life is like the season. After winter comes the spring. So I'll keep this smile a while and see what tomorrow brings. I've been told and I believe life is meant for living. Even when my chips are low, there's still some left for giving. I've been many places, maybe not as far as you. So I think I'll stay a while, see if some dreams come true. There isn't much that I have learned through all my foolish years, except that life keeps running in cycles. First there's laughter, but then those tears. But I keep my head up high, though I'm kinda tired. My gal just up and left again. Friday I got fired. You know, it's almost funny, things can't get worse than now. So I'll keep on trying to sing, but please, just don't ask me now. Tomorrow ain't looking too good either. Okay. You and me. We wanted it all. Get out the hankies. Step away from the windows. You and me, we wanted it all. We wanted it all. Passion without pain. sunshine without rainy days. We wanted it always. You and me, we reached for the sky. The limit was high, never giving in. Certain we could win that prize. I should have seen it in your eyes. Look how all our dreams came true. See how I've got me. Baby, you've got you. Through it all, just one thing died. Little thing called love. Something deep inside. You and me, we're not like the rest. We once were the best. Back when we were dumb, how did we become so smart? Learn to break each other's heart. Look how all our dreams came true. See how I've got me, and baby, you've got you. Through it all, just one thing died. Little thing called love. Something deep inside. You and me, we're not like the rest. We once were the best. But look what we became. Isn't it a crying shame that we almost made it, but we wanted it all. Baby, you and me, we wanted it all. I'd like to kill you, Carol. Always makes me almost cry, that song. But it's the truth. It's hey, don't ever do that when I'm trying to talk to the people. Son of a. Thank you very much. But yeah, so be careful what you wish for, but make sure you know what you're wishing for. Make sure both of you are wishing for the same thing. If there's too much baggage, if there's too much personal history, there's too much insecurity involved in it, it's hard to do. But if we know that, listen, hey, we had a great week last week. We had a lot of fun. Well, life gets in the way sometimes of love, and then love gets in the way of life. That's what it's all about. So if you learn to do the balancing act, and it takes practice and it takes hard work, but once you got it down, it's easy peasy. That's right. So that's it. Let me see what time I got here. I have, oh my God. I'm going to be a little late with this watch party. I got 20 minutes to download it and upload it and load it and take a load off of it. So see you now. See you later. Love yous. Goodbye. We got to go. Take it easy. And, okay, thank you.